What am I actually reading? You may have heard of the James Bear situation that has recently been brought to light. This shit is unbelievable, but there is so much more to this story than you might think. Seriously, trigger warning, bro, this shit has everything. So today on Unhinged News, James Bear, a very popular animator on YouTube with almost 350,000 subscribers, has been exposed for doing some fucked wacky shit.
James Bear on YouTube. He fucked his sister.
A couple days ago, Twitter user LaloDoesArt tweeted this. Friendly reminder that this guy molested his 9-year-old sis, admitted he did it publicly due to depression at the time, then removed everything relating to it once it died down. Wow, that is one loaded fucking tweet. Gotta say, that is one horrendous act. But then LaloDoesArt tweeted out a Google Doc calling it the Mega Bible document showcasing everything related to James Bear. That is not an understatement. This Google Doc is 182 pages of basically everything James has done in the past 5 years. Now, I didn't read a lot of it because it's 182 pages long, but I was lucky to catch Bo Black streaming his reaction to reading the document. He got about 25 pages in before realizing the bigger picture here. Now, in the beginning, the doc felt like a normal twit-longer exposing someone for doing fucked shit. Happens from time to time, so like myself, you might have an expectation as to what kind of language and tone is gonna be used. And all seemed normal as a document exposing someone for fucking their sister can be. Nothing felt odd about the writer of this document. He talked about his friendship with James, his relationship with his girlfriend, and how James would be incredibly weird when talking to them. Things like constantly telling his friend how he likes his girlfriend a lot. It's kind of really weird, yeah. At this point, you kind of notice that the writer's grammar and spelling issues are becoming apparent. Continuing on, getting to page 13 where the big exposed moment of James is, admitting in a text that he and his sister had sex and blamed his depression for it.
I didn't know at the time, and I did something terrible. I had sex with my sister.
By the way, might I add, James' typing structure is incredibly odd as well as the writer's. If you decide to continue reading at this point, you will be met with the writer's true intentions on dropping their manifesto. The next 169 pages of this document is the writer's descent into madness as they explain their side of whatever story they think needed to be told. Bear with me here, I didn't really read most of it again, shout out to Bo Blacks, thank you for the entertaining reading sesh. So from what I understand, the writer tries to say that James Bear is the reason he and his girlfriend at the time, Clarissa, broke up. I think due to his uncomfortable texts and weird behavior. Then later, James and the writer's ex Clarissa actually got together and started dating. All that explained in pages and pages of Twitter DM screenshots. And at this point, it feels like I'm reading a 14-year-old kid rant paragraphs of how much they hate James. There are so many grammar mistakes and odd language, it truly feels like I'm reading someone slowly go mad. And I failed to mention this earlier, but this document has a table of contents. It's literally a book. At one point, you can notice what I think is the cutoff of communication between James and the writer. Page 131, the beginning of the fetish section. There's a noticeable decline of DM screenshots being shown and more just screenshots of James's tweets and animations he made on YouTube and Twitter. You start to notice that basically every single thing James did, from a simple tweet to an animation on his channel, is being put on here, and the writer is straight up just shitting on everything James has ever done or said. Another thing that has become a pattern is how the writer doesn't hesitate to mention one of two things throughout basically the entirety of the document. James is a sister fucker, and that James stole his girlfriend whom he still loves so much. There is so much throughout the years and years of James's internet activities that it's only led me to conclude my thoughts on what I actually read.
James dated Clarissa, who previously this guy was dating. So there's like a big angry thread about you stole my girlfriend, but also you fucked your sister.
What I am reading is not just exposing James for shitty acts. This is the writer's slow descent into madness as they stalk two people they have been obsessed with for the past 5 years. This document couldn't have just been whipped up in a couple days. This is years of screenshot collecting, years of information gathering, watching them very closely. This is more of a journal of someone who's gone off the deep end.
This guy has been down bad for 6 years, and this is his last straw. He is so down bad, he wrote an 82-page document, one that, if I go from the bottom to the top, it has trouble loading. This is PNGs, and it's having trouble loading it.
It's honestly mind-blowing and incredibly weird and uncomfortable to listen or read through this. That's about all the details I know about this entire James Bear situation. Let me know what you think of this situation in the comments. I'm interested in knowing what others think of the writer in this document. Like, am I the only one who thinks he's even more deranged than James? Again, I have to clarify, this does not mean I think James is off the hook. What he did to his sister is irredeemable considering their ages at the time. If I got anything wrong, be sure to let me know in the comments. Thanks to Boblax for letting me use his stream clips. New juicy videos on the way. Subscribe if you want to see more. Until then.